Shu Kurenai, debatably the most popular character in the whole Beyblade Burst franchise, debatably the coolest character in the whole franchise, and undebatably the most hot, scrumptious person in the whole Beyblade Burst franchise. Today we are going to discuss 10 facts about my man Shu Kurenai. That was the dumbest intro I've ever made. Fact number 1. With the assistance of Louie and Phi, Shu helped create the most beautiful Beyblade ever made, Royal King Spricken. And that's not even opinionated. I mean, look at this thing, the white, the gold, the red, it's just gorgeous. So yeah, of course the layer to this Beyblade derives directly from Shu's Chozy Spricken, the 10 disc comes from Phi's Revive Phoenix, and finally, the Jolt Dash driver comes from Louie's Bloody Longinus. Another thing to note is that each Beyblade's part on Royal King Spricken is somewhat upgraded from the original Beyblade its parts were taken from. The 10 disc is now covered in gold metallic paint, the Jolt driver now has a golden spring turning it into a dash driver and allowing it to withstand bursts more easily, and finally, the layer, it's just beautiful. I mean, look at it, it's such an upgrade. I mean, don't get me wrong, the normal Chozy Spricken layer, I love it, but I don't know what it is about like the Royal King Spricken layer, it's just so much better. I think it's the white. The white just makes it stand out so much more. In my opinion, it's a lot more appealing, but I guess that's not really an upgrade, so I guess the layer didn't get an upgrade. It's cool. Fact number 2. Shu Kurenai is the mentor and trainer to not only Lane Valhalla, but also Fubuki Sumie. Yeah, I bet at least someone watching this totally forgot about my man Fubuki. He was like so cool for 5 episodes in the Chozy series, and then he just faded away in the background, you know what I mean? Poor dude. Anyway, Shu started training Fubuki at the end of Beyblade Burst God as a little kid. He stopped training with him somewhere between God and Chozy, but then midway through Chozy, Fubuki decided to train with Shu again and learned Shu's special launch and was able to create his own special launch, Emperor Crush. It sounds like a type of soda. Fact number 3. Shu Kurenai, being one of the best bladers in the world, has amassed many titles and achievements. He earned 2nd and 4th place in Japan's National Youth Beyblade Tournament. Being in the top 4 nationally gave him the title of a Spin Emperor. In the God series, he became ranked 2nd in the world and thus became one of the Big 5. And recently, in the Beyblade Burst Super King series, he's ranked number 2 in the Legends ranking, just behind my man Valt Aoi. Fact number 4. Everyone knows that Shu hurt his arm in the Dual Layer series, and this has been a lasting injury throughout his whole Beyblade career. That sounds so cringy, oh my god. But did you know that the way he hurt himself differs from the anime and manga? In the anime, he hurt his shoulder trying to avoid hitting Valt's little sister, Nika Aoi, while training. However, in the manga, this scene doesn't even happen. In the manga, he actually hurt himself against his battle with Orochi, the owner of Odin. And it wasn't even his arm, it was his hand. Orochi's arms were just so long that he managed to hit Shu's hand from across the giant anime Beyblade Stadium. Or I guess the manga Beyblade Stadium, which isn't as big as the anime Beyblade Stadium, but compared to the stadiums that we use in real life, it is ginormous. I guess his hands were just like really hard or something. Oh wait, doesn't Orochi have rings? Bro, Orochi was wearing some brass knuckles. No wonder Shu hurt himself, ouch. Fact number 5. In this fact, I'm going to list all of the Beyblades Shu has owned. His first Beyblade in the anime was Storm Spricken Knuckle Unite, and in the manga, it was Single Layer Spricken Spread Fusion. Then in the God series, he upgrades his Beyblade to Legend Spricken 7 Merge. Well, I guess he didn't willingly upgrade his Beyblade kind of like broke, but you know, we don't talk about that. However, later in the God series, he replaces his Beyblade with Spricken Requiem Zero Zeta. In the Chozy series, he owns Chozy Spricken Zero Walled Zeta Dash, which has a Chozy gimmick allowing the Beyblade to reach a mode of burst invulnerability. Finally, in the Super King series, he owns World Spricken Unite-2 Balance. Now, if you didn't notice, we did skip the GT series because although there was a GT Spricken released, Shu never made an appearance in the GT series, so Lord Spricken was never canonically owned by Shu Kurenai. Fact number 6. Now this one's not much of a fact and more of a theory. Oh my goodness, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but hear me out. Shu Kurenai is actually Red Eye. I know you guys are all probably calling me insane in the comment section. No, but in all seriousness, the real fact is that as Red Eye, Shu broke Nightmare Longinus, Twin Nemesis, Maximum Garuda, and God Valkyrie's reboot driver. That's 3.5 Beyblades, which doesn't sound that impressive compared to the Maniac Phi, but at the time, he was the character who had the most Beyblade blood on his hands. Fact number 7. Talking about Red Eye, did you know that in the manga, Red Eye's Beyblade, Legend Spricken, was actually destroyed? That's right, although it didn't happen in the anime, Legend Spricken broke in the manga. It broke against Nightmare Longinus in his first battle between Louis Shirisaki and Beyblade Burst God. That's flippin' brutal, man. The dude who not only gave you a scar, not only scarred you mentally a few months beforehand by breaking your dual layer Beyblade, but he also manages to scar you mentally again. And if it wasn't for Shu's Red Eye mask, he might have scarred him physically on his other eye. Speaking of scars, fact number 8. Did you know that was a smooth transition, right? I know, I'm pretty good. Alright, anyway, fact number 8. Did you know that in the manga, it actually shows the battle between Louis and Shu, where Shu originally got his scar? It was the final battle of Japan's National Beyblade Tournament, and Longinus launches Shu's Beyblade, then single layer Spricken, straight at Shu's eye. There was blood and everything, it was great. Now this battle was somewhat shown in the anime, but not to the same extent of course. Instead of showing the Beyblade hit Shu's eye, it was just implied by the Beyblade falling on the ground and Shu painfully holding his eye. Ew, that sounds gross. It sounds like his eyeball came out, he was like holding it in his hands. No, that didn't happen. His eyeball was still in his head. Jeez, oh, that's so gross. His Beyblade wasn't the only thing that... Okay, I'm done. Oh, that was kind of gross. Let's do a nicer fact. Fact number 9. Shu, Valt, and Xander were all childhood friends. That's it. That's the whole fact. And finally, fact number 10. Shu's Beyblade, Spricken Requiem, was made to be an amalgamation of different powerful Beyblades at the time. The Beyblade featured rubber, just like Drain Fafnir, which gave it the ability to repel and steal spin. It's a left rotating Beyblade, just like Nightmare Longinus. It's also a right rotating Beyblade, just like God Valkyrie. And finally, it features a metal god chip, just like the metal featured on Siege Excalibur's sword. So yeah, that was 10 facts about everyone's favorite Beyblade Burst character, Shu Kurenai. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you enjoy fact videos like this, leave a comment telling me who I should make a fact video on next. And actually, before I leave, I'll give you a bonus fact. Bonus fact, Shu is gay for Valt.